Okay, it's recording. I'm still sleepy. Hey, look, Kamen Rider. Let's talk about that. I have a full page of notes. Doing it a little bit differently this time. We got it in handheld mode. Okay. So we actually got the very first note, which was before the episode actually started. It was during like the little intro thing. He's like, "Hey, you named me Sento Kiryu, right? Sento just means rabbit tank." Anyway. I want to show you this thing that I did on my wall. Look, I drew up the Japan. We got Toto, Seito, Hokuto. Why'd I put the label so high? I started labeling everybody. We still don't know who Bloodstock is, but we got all of that information. I'm pretty sure Bloodstock is actually the cafe owner, which is Misora Usurugi. Okay. Uh. Okay. Kind of. Alright, so. The episode really starts off and kicks off with like a Billy Mays infomercial. It's like, Billy Mays here with Project Build. If you take this thing and put it on your waist and transform, you too can be a Kamen Rider. How much would you pay for it now, sort of thing. Just trick is you can only transform with above average hazard level, which apparently the average hazard level is like 2, maybe 2.3ish, because apparently if you're level 1 and you use the gas that transforms them, what do they call it? Devil's Steam, I think. If you're level 1 and you try to use it, you flat out die. If you're level 2, you become a smash. And if you're level 3 or above, you can become a rider. Now, I looked through my previous notes, and the last time they mentioned anything, build is level 3.7. That's Sento Kiryu. Whereas Banjo Ryuga is 2.7. So, like, he's getting there, but, like, not quite. Okay. Cut to naked guys. Which, honestly, I say way too often. So, what's his face? Gentoku Himura, Night Rogue. He's at the bathhouse and he's just kind of chillaxing, relaxing, all cool, up in that bathtub naked. Stands up and bows because we got an investor from Namba. The investor is like an old guy. And it's weird and odd that the first time we see him is naked. It's kind of like those scenes like in Luke Cage where the bad guy goes up to one of the good guys and he's like, "You need to shave me." It's supposed to like show that he's so confident in his abilities that he's fine showing up completely nude. That's okay. So we got that. The investor threatens to go public with the information that they've got about Build over to the nations of Hokuto and Seito, which, alright. Bad, I guess? So, cut to Ryuga and Misora, and Ryuga's like, "Hey, did you finish making that bottle just at the perfect time so that me and Sento wouldn't fight?" And she's like, No, that's a coincidence. Let's go shopping." And so they go shopping. They dress up as like high schoolers. And while they're shopping, Misora just casually mentions, "Hey, I've been in a coma for 7 years after that Skywolf showed up, and now I have this bracelet on my arm, and I can't take it off, but it allows me to make the Kamen Rider bottles, but if I do it, then I pass out for like a week-long coma, but then I used to work for Faust doing that, presumably for 3 years or whatever, and then Sento, he built this machine so I could build the bottles and just like pass out for like 7 hours instead of 7 days." And Ryuga's like, "You guys sure do love just being casual about like big information, don't you?" It's just 7 years. She yearns for a normal life, away from all of the craziness, which don't we all? Stock shows up and he's like, I let you out, but something. I wasn't really paying attention because all of his dialogue was very, like, way too personal, so it just made me think, who is he? Is he the cafe owner? How does he know about her? How did he know that she was here? Where is the cafe owner right now? We haven't seen him, like, in forever. The last time we saw him was during right after they saw the Billy Mays part. So this guy knocks out, like, all these, okay. About to sneeze. Okay, so Sento still works for Faust. Like, yeah, that's a thing that I keep forgetting. And they have, like, a huge thing happening tomorrow. They have the prime ministers of all three, Hokuto, Seto, Toto, showing up. They're gonna look at the Pandora's box, which presumably they're coming by boat because of Skywall, but Skywall has cracks. Yeah, so they have to work overnight to write down a paper, like a 200-page essay or whatever, 12-space font on Pandora's box. Okay. But then Sento gets back from, like, rescuing Mizora from stock. I think he used, Comic Ninja, which is cool. And he gets back to the place, and everybody's knocked out, except for one guy who's wearing a gas mask. And Sento's, like, covering his mouth, and he's like, knockout gas? What is this? And the guy takes off his gas mask, and if I were writing it, would immediately pass out because of the knockout gas. But no, he takes off the the gas mask. He takes it off, takes it off, and he holds up a bottle, and he's like, "The time for revolution has come." And he clicks it, and he turns into a monster, and they fight. They fly off because we get, like, I was really excited. I'm like, oh, cool, a flying suit, because he turns into Hawk Gatling and flies after him, and we immediately cut back to Mizora and Ryuga, and I'm like, there's no Kamen Rider in this Kamen Rider show. It's just a drama. And that's when we learned that Mizora was working for Faust. She's like, oh, and backstory. And I'm like, where's my Kamen Rider? So we cut back, and he uses a new form, which combines all of the greatness and strength of a lion with all of the equal greatness and strength of a vacuum cleaner to become a lion cleaner. And it's like, maybe cut back to the drama? The scene lasts for maybe 38 seconds or so. There's just, like, no fighting in this goddamn show. We find out that one girl that's been, like, hanging around, she's sort of like a Lois Lane type, where she just, like, goes in with the team, and she's like, I am also here, and Sento saved me in episode 1. And I'm so grateful, I won't give this information to anyone. She gives it to that Namba investor guy who was in the bathhouse with Gentoku. And she's like, now our plans can commence. And it's like, oh, good. Also, Katsuragi is alive. So that's basically everything this week. There's no new build next week because of golf. It's being preempted, so I'll do something else. Maybe I'll do one of the Sway reviews I promised like forever ago. Alright, bye!